Hi everybody, I'm here again making another video. I haven't made a video in a really long time, but there's so many video ideas I have and I want to make, but I just haven't been doing it. I don't know why. Um yeah, because it's like in real life when I ask black people these questions, they treat me like I'm crazy and they act like these aren't like real issues. There's a lot of deflection going on and a lot of blaming. I don't know. You can't talk to a lot of black people in real life. Also, I love going on some of my other videos and reading the comments because I've noticed some people, it's mostly guys, who are calling me whitewashed. And I'm like, what, do you know the definition of whitewash? Like, are you calling me whitewashed because apparently I don't talk like other black people? It's interesting. And don't you guys love white women anyway? So I don't know why you think that is like offensive to me. And it was a light skinned guy calling me whitewashed. And you know what? I'll be honest, there's been a lot of light skinned men in the past few years who have called me whitewashed, like both online and real life. So that's interesting. I'm not whitewashed. I'm black like the people watching this. But yeah, I don't even know how to start this video for real. Like, you probably see the title and you're probably thinking, oh, she's a colorist, or oh, she's so struck by skin tone color. I'm really not. It's just, I've noticed in real life and online, as a black girl, if you make it known that you have a skin tone preference, right? Like everybody else has a skin tone preference, it's a problem. It's just so interesting to me, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why, for some reason, I'm not allowed to like light skinned men or biracial guys, whatever. And a lot of times when I talk to black women about my preference, sometimes I get shamed and they will call me a colorist. And if it's a black man, he'll just say, oh, she just wants light-skinned children. I'm like, if I wanted light-skinned children, I would get with a white man because then it'd be a for sure thing, right? And, not to be rude, but who really wants to have light-skinned children when it comes to the black community? Because they are very mean to light-skinned people, honestly. They're not very nice to light-skinned people, especially the men. So why would I take that chance and have a light-skinned kid and the black community is going to do nothing but bully them and be mean and bully them based off skin tone? That seems kind of crazy. It doesn't seem like a good idea. But yeah, I've dated a lot of light-skinned guys, whether he's black and light skin or whether he's biracial. And I'm telling you, there's always it's always a problem. You hear a lot of black women say, well, he's feminine and he's sassy, he's a cheater, he's a player. And it's like, everybody can cheat, everybody can be a player. And then you hear them say, well, light skinned men are really colorist. And hey, who knows? I mean, they could be. For the most part, I don't see mostly light skinned men on the internet talking about how much they hate black women. I see it dark skinned men. That's what I see all the time. Now, of course, I know that there's colorist light skinned men, of course. I get that. But in my own life, my own experience, the men that I've dated haven't been colorist to me. But I know there's going to be some black women in the comments that, it's like, well, it still exists. I know it still exists, but I just think it's weird how a lot of black women try to talk me out of having a preference, right? Try to talk me out of liking light skinned men. I don't know why. I think it's weird. It's like, if you're a black woman, you're only supposed to like dark-skinned men. Well, I don't like them. I think something is wrong with them. No. Why would I be dating you know, my male counterpart that doesn't even like me or doesn't value me. That's interesting. Seems like a waste of time. But I guess most Black women like being degraded by their own race of men. Not all of us are like that. And I don't believe in the stereotype of light-skinned men being feminine and being pretty boys and all of that nonsense. I personally think that those stereotypes were started by Black men. And I know a lot of you guys are probably going to tell me it started during slavery, blah, blah, blah. I think it's held up by, our kings, our Black kings, y'all's Black kings, because y'all worship Black men. You guys love dark-skinned men who keep telling you they don't like you, they don't like you. I don't know how many times they have to tell you they don't like you, but yeah, it's interesting. So many Black women trying to talk me out of having a preference. How come I can't have a preference? What the hell? I'm telling you, in real life, when I have gone out with a light-skinned man, you want to know the group that gives me the most stares? It would be, I say, Black women and Black men for some reason. And it's just, I thought we all had preferences, right? So it's interesting. It's very strange. Look, this is what they want me to date. Because we're the same skin tone. I'm supposed to want him right there. Look at that. Come on. How are they the most masculine? I don't understand that. They're supposed to be the most masculine. Look. I know that he's gay. I get that. Okay. But come on. They're all in wigs and makeup. All of them. But you mean to tell me light-skinned men are the feminine ones? Stop. Stop it. Look at this. And I get he's probably, he only dates men. I understand. I'm not talking about that, but how are they not the most feminine? The stereotype should be on them. And this one too. They're sassy. They don't have a masculine bone in their body. Somebody explain to me how. That's all I ever see is them shaking ass and wearing wigs and makeup. I guess trying to imitate Black women. I don't know. It's embarrassing though. Like, do y'all see this? Look. They remind me of women, even the ones that aren't in dresses and heels, like sagging their pants. They remind me of women. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. That's how I feel, and I'm going to stick to it. Somebody explain, how are light-skinned men feminine again? How? Like, I know I'm not the best editor, and I'm sorry. I'm not here to edit, okay? I'm not here to be a good editor. Who cares? But look at they're such girls. These biracial men, they look better to me. They look better. These biracial men look better to me. How? Yeah, how is he feminine? How is he soft? I don't get that. Somebody explain that to me. You can't, because you stereotype them. How come as a Black woman I'm not allowed to have a preference? How come I'm not allowed to say I only date light-skinned men? Why? I don't understand. Somebody has to explain it to me, because it's colorism. I know that's what a lot of Black women like. Well, that's colorism. Okay, Black men don't even like you. They don't like, how many times do they have to tell you they don't like you? See, all of you people on here crying about colorism, crying and complaining. Two big creators come to mind. One is big on this platform. One isn't as big, but she's been here a long time. Forever crying about colorism. If you really wanted to change colorism in your community, you know what you would do? you would take it back, right? You would stop making dark-skinned men your preference. They don't like you. Okay, and I know what you're going to say. Well, light-skinned men don't like you guys either. Listen, we need to change. We need to switch the colorism up, right? We need to start preferring different skin tones. We take it back to the 90s and the 2000s, maybe the 80s, I heard, when we all wanted light-skinned men. That's just my opinion, right? You have put black men, dark-skinned black men, on a pedestal for decades now. They're not reciprocating. How embarrassing. They're not reciprocating, babe. They don't feel the same way about you. Okay, let them date the light-skinned women. Let them date white girls. Let them date whoever they want. And how are some of y'all trying to convince me that we need to all be dating white men? But when I say, well, why don't we start with light-skinned guys first? Let's start there first. It's, oh, no, no, no. And I think I know why black women aren't into that. It's because, not all of these men, but a lot of them come from white women and black men, right? And sometimes I think that dynamic can be problematic for black women. There's a lot of white women that date, they love BBC, but they don't like the women that gave birth to the BBC, right? And that's kind of a problem. Yeah. So I can understand that, but I don't get how a lot of black women have never dated a light-skinned guy. If he's light-skinned black or biracial, you've never dated him, but you're trying to tell me that he's soft and sensitive and he's sassy and what? How do you know that? Where'd you get that from? Oh, you got that stereotype from black men and you're just holding it. Come on, I don't understand. How are you crying about colorism all the time, but you're being colorist to biracial men or light-skinned guys, whatever? See, I have to keep switching up. I don't know which term to use because a lot of you guys say biracial people aren't considered light-skinned. I say light-skinned whether they're mixed or not. I'm looking at the skin tone, whether they're mixed or I don't care. But I just don't understand black women. Y'all are so embarrassing. We all have to like a group of men who don't like us, but that makes no sense. Okay? I don't want to date a white guy. I'm going to start with a light-skinned one first. Thanks. I'm not interested in white men. I don't have a problem with them. I've dated them before. I think they're good for money. But I need like someone I can relate to. And I don't like dark-skinned men. I don't think they're attractive. I think that they're jealous of light-skinned men. And I think it's weird. So yeah, I don't know. I just want to make a video. I'm sure some people will be mad about it. I don't really care. I'm not here to get famous or here to get a lot of subscribers. I'm just here to talk about what I want to talk about. So yeah, and don't you dare leave a comment asking me if I'm white. No, I'm not. And I'm not colorist either. Thank you so much. And yeah, I don't date light-skinned men because I want light-skinned children. Like, y'all are crazy. That's a crazy thing to say. If I did have light-skinned kids, the black community, y'all are just going to be mean to them anyway. Why would I subject my children to that? Stop. That makes no sense. She wants a light skin. I've seen that about Kiki Palmer too. She wants a light skinned baby. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all are annoying. Anyway, I don't know. Okay, bye. And don't call me whitewash in the comments, because no, I'm not. Black men, light skinned men look better than you. Point blank, period. I don't care. Bye.